Welcome to another English learning journey where you improve your English naturally while discovering powerful life lessons. In today's Graded Reader, you will explore one of the most important skills anyone can develop, the ability to stay positive during difficult times. As you read, pay attention to the vocabulary, sentence patterns, and expressions. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Simply keep reading, enjoy the flow, and let your mind absorb the language naturally. Every paragraph is an opportunity to improve your English fluency while also strengthening your mindset. Hard times rarely announce themselves before they arrive. They quietly enter your life through disappointment, failure, unexpected change, financial pressure, loneliness, health challenges, or dreams that suddenly seem farther away than ever before. During these moments, it becomes easy to believe that happiness belongs only to people with easier lives. You may wake up feeling tired before the day even begins. You may question your abilities, compare yourself to others, or wonder if your efforts will ever lead anywhere. The mind begins creating stories that are darker than reality itself. Every small problem looks bigger. Every delay feels permanent. Every mistake feels like proof that you are not good enough. Yet difficult seasons do not last forever. They are chapters, not the entire book. What often determines your future is not whether life becomes difficult, but whether you allow those difficulties to define your identity. Positivity is not pretending everything is perfect. It is choosing to believe that even in the middle of uncertainty, better days are still possible. When life becomes heavy, your thoughts become your closest companions. If those thoughts constantly repeat negative messages, your energy slowly disappears. The human brain naturally pays more attention to danger than comfort because it was designed to protect you. That means your mind often notices problems before opportunities. It remembers criticism longer than compliments. It focuses on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. Understanding this simple truth changes everything. You realize that negative thinking is not always reality. Sometimes it is simply your brain trying to protect you from disappointment. Instead of believing every negative thought, you can begin asking yourself a different question. Is this thought helping me move forward, or is it keeping me stuck? That small question creates space between you and your fears. Inside that space, hope begins to grow. Many people wait for life to become easier before they decide to feel positive. They believe they will smile after success arrives, after money increases, after problems disappear, or after someone finally understands them. Unfortunately, life rarely works that way. Positivity is not a reward you receive after everything becomes perfect. It is a decision you practice while everything is still uncertain. Every morning gives you a chance to decide where your attention will go. You can spend the day collecting reasons to complain, or you can begin noticing small moments that still deserve appreciation. The warmth of sunlight, a peaceful cup of tea, a kind message, a deep breath, a completed task, or simply another opportunity to begin again may seem small, but these moments slowly rebuild emotional strength. Gratitude does not erase pain. It reminds you that pain is not the only thing that exists. One of the greatest challenges during difficult times is the temptation to compare your journey with someone else's. Social media often shows perfect moments without revealing the struggles behind them. You see achievements but not failures. You see celebrations but not sacrifices. You see confidence but not fear. As a result, you begin believing that everyone else is moving forward while you remain stuck. Comparison quietly steals peace because it forces you to measure your beginning against someone else's middle. Your journey has its own timing. Growth cannot be rushed. Some lessons require patience because they build inner strength instead of immediate success. Every challenge you face today may be preparing you for responsibilities you cannot yet imagine. Trusting your own path becomes easier when you stop watching everyone else's. Hard times often reveal habits that were hidden during comfortable seasons. When life is easy, almost anyone can remain optimistic. The real test begins when plans fail, when rejection arrives, or when progress becomes invisible. During those moments, daily habits become emotional anchors. Waking up at a consistent time, reading a few pages, exercising, drinking enough water, writing your thoughts, or learning one new skill each day may appear ordinary. Yet ordinary habits create extraordinary resilience. They remind you that while you cannot control every event, you can still control your response. Every positive action sends a quiet message to your mind. I am still moving forward. Progress does not always happen through dramatic breakthroughs. More often, it grows through small actions, repeated with consistency. Fear has an interesting way of making tomorrow's problems feel larger than today's reality. Your imagination begins creating disasters that may never happen. You replay worst-case scenarios until anxiety feels like certainty. But most fears lose their power once you face the present moment instead of the imagined future. Ask yourself what you can do today instead of worrying about next month or next year. A single completed action creates more confidence than hours of endless overthinking. Action gives hope a place to grow. Even a small step reminds you that your future is influenced by today's choices, not only by today's circumstances. There will be days when motivation completely disappears. Those are the days that shape your future more than the exciting ones. Anyone can work when inspiration is strong. Few continue when emotions become weak. During difficult seasons, discipline quietly replaces motivation. You may not feel confident, but you continue learning. You may not feel excited, but you continue trying. You may not see immediate results, but you continue believing that consistency eventually creates change. Every time you refuse to quit, you become stronger than the version of yourself who wanted to give up yesterday. Strength is not built by avoiding difficulty. It is built by continuing despite difficulty. Another powerful habit is protecting the words you speak to yourself. Imagine hearing someone criticize you every hour of every day. Eventually, you would lose confidence. Unfortunately, many people become their own harshest critics. They say, "I always fail," "Nothing ever works," or "I am not capable." These sentences slowly become beliefs. Replace them with truthful encouragement instead. Tell yourself, "I am learning. This challenge will teach me something valuable," or "I have overcome difficult moments before." Positive self-talk is not about pretending to be perfect. It is about refusing to become your own enemy. Your inner voice should become a guide, not a prison. Hope becomes stronger when you remember your past victories. Think about challenges that once seemed impossible, but eventually became memories. There were difficult days you believed would never end, yet somehow you survived them. There were moments when you doubted yourself, but you still found enough courage to continue. Those experiences prove something important. You are stronger than your current fears suggest. Hard times may shake your confidence, but they cannot erase your resilience. Every challenge you survived became evidence that you are capable of surviving another. Sometimes positivity also means accepting that you do not need to have every answer today. The future often becomes clear one step at a time. Trying to solve your entire life in one afternoon only creates frustration. Instead, focus on today's responsibility. Read one page, learn one lesson, finish one task, encourage one person, improve one habit. These small victories build momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence inspires bigger actions. Before you realize it, the life that once felt impossible begins taking shape through ordinary daily decisions. Hard times are temporary teachers. They teach patience when you want quick answers. They teach gratitude when comfort disappears. They teach courage when fear grows louder. They teach wisdom that success alone could never provide. Looking back years from now, you may discover that your greatest periods of growth were not your easiest seasons, but your hardest ones. Pain often changes your perspective. Struggles reveal priorities. Difficult moments uncover strengths that comfort could never develop. Every storm eventually passes, but the strength you gain while walking through it remains with you forever.